Well, see, I was sleeping, and Christopher started barking. He woke me up.
Who's Christopher?
That's the Walmarine.
The
Weimaraner? Yes.
Go on, continue with your story, please.
And so I got up, and there was a police officer pointing a pistol at me. And then another one came, and he pointed a rifle at me. And, I didn't know what to think then. And then another one came and kicked down the door. And I go, what's wrong? What's wrong? And he grabbed me, and he threw me on the porch, on the back. And, on the back, he threw me on the porch, and he handcuffed me. And I kept saying, what's wrong? And he said, shut up. And he said, we'll show you.
Did he give each of your constitutional rights at that time?
No.
And then did they
Did
show
he say
you?
anything to you other than
No. He just said, shut up, we'll show you.
And then what happened with you?
He took me across the front lawn.
And then you saw the...
Yes.
And?
It was horrible.
What happened next, Bill?
And then they took me down to the police station. And they took my picture and fingerprints and everything. They put me in the cell.
Why not?
Because we're just not answering anything in those areas.
You've been requested by the police department not to ask questions in those areas.
I think it's possible that answers to those questions might interfere with the police investigation.
Are they aware you're holding this press conference today?
I'm not holding a press conference. The boy wanted to explain his feelings about the whole thing. It's his.
Did the police ask you not to hold a press conference?
Well, again, I'm not holding a press conference. It's the boy's press conference.
Where is it? Did they ask
He'll
him?
be here in a second.
What led you to believe that sex and dope were the two primary ingredients in crime?
Well, based on the investigation that we've completed and our theory of the case as we've arrived at it, those are the main ingredients of the crime.
What is your theory?
That would take about 10 minutes, and
Barry, can you hold this, if he's coming, can you hold it up a little bit so we can get set up in here someplace?
and apparently there are certain standards or, I guess you would call characteristics of each occult. And in order for there to be ritualistic murders to fit a particular known occult, they have to have certain indicia or characteristics. And based on what we told him about the way the murders were set up and the hoods and the ropes, they don't fit any known occult.
But they would use what, for example?
Excuse me?
They would use what kind of...
Well, there are particular rituals. In other words, there's like a rule book, I guess, for a cult, that if you're supposed to ritualistically murder someone in one particular cult, you do it this way, and in another way you do it that way, and it didn't fit any of the known...
Now, in New York, a newspaper said that they belong to a club called the Swinger, interested in spiritism or occultism.
I'm sorry, fellas, would you like to get started right now?
Yeah.
We can do it.
Can you hold it just a moment?
Better, but not much. Can you speak up a little bit? A little better, but not much.
Can you move in a little?
Yes, the barber kind of.
Get closer.
When did you get your hair
Barry,
cut?
can we get him closer to the microphone?
Well, can you get the microphones closer to him, maybe?
What happened that night in the wrong word?
Yes. Well, see, I came down on Sunset Strip.
Talk louder, Bill.
I came down here on Sunset Strip about maybe 9 o'clock. And I got some groceries and everything, at the drugstore. And I went back up to the place. And I stayed there. I went back, to the guest house, and I stayed there. And at 11:45, Steve Parent came up. Somewhere around there. And he brought his clock radio up and everything. And he showed me how it worked. And, he's really happy about it and everything, And he called somebody. I'm not sure what time it was. It was somewhere around 12 o'clock in Santa Monica and Doheny. And he said he was going to go stay there, that night. And so he left. I said goodbye to him. I didn't walk him out to the car or anything. I stayed in the house. And that was it. I wrote letters mostly all that night, and I listened to the stereo.
You had the stereo or TV on? Some stereo on?
Yes, I had the stereo on.
Very loud?
What time
No, it
did you
wasn't
get back
very
to the
loud.
house, Bill?
Beg your
What
pardon?
time did you get back to the house?
About 10 o'clock.
What was going on then?
Nothing.
Were you aware that people were in the house, in the big house?
Well, there were cars parked out in front, yes.
Did you know that a party was going on?
No, there wasn't. I didn't. No, there was no party. I
Have
know.
you ever seen those cars
Did you
there
hear
before,
anything
Bill?
at all?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Have you ever seen the cars there before?
Yes,
What time did Steve Parent leave your house?
somewhere around 12:15.
About 12:15?
Yes.
Bill, how many cars would you say, were parked outside when you came back? A
I'm not-
dozen, 15, 4?
No.
Were there more cars
Sorry, can you answer
that
the
night?
Sorry, how
There
many,
was-
how
well,
many would you say,
The
Bill?
Firebird was out there, and the Camaro was in the garage. And I'm not sure if the Porsche was out there or not. I'm not sure.
When you
And
walked,
the red Ferrari was not around though.
So you only
No.
saw 3 cars. You only saw about 3 cars or
No,
more.
no. I might have seen the Porsche. I don't know. I don't
this was at
remember.
10 o'clock when you went back to the house
Yes.
after
Did
shopping.
you know to
Yes.
whom the cars belonged, Bill?
Beg your pardon?
Did you know to
Yes.
whom the cars belonged?
The Firebird belonged to Abigail Folger, and the Camaro belonged to Mrs. Polanski.
Did you see any cars there that you didn't know? That you didn't
No. I didn't see
Where was
anything.
Steve Parent's car parked when you you know
No.
where he parked his
No.
car? You didn't see him arrive?
No.
You said he made a phone call. About
Yes.
what time was that phone call made?
Somewhere around 12 o'clock.
And what time did he leave?
Around 12:15.
You know
Did
who
he
he
say what he
spoke
was
to?
going to do?
Do you know who he spoke to when he made the telephone call?
Did that person call you?
Yes,
Do you know, can you tell us who it is?
it's a friend of parents.
Any relation to the case at all? Have any bearing on it?
Other than fixing a particular time in the case, it doesn't have any great bearing. He's a friend of parents and no relation to the people in the house.
Did Steve Parent say what he was going to do when he left?
No, well, he said he was going to his friend's house, and he was going to stay there maybe then that night.
He didn't say anything about wanting to go over to the big house to go to the party?
No, he didn't say anything about that.
When he left you,
I don't think so. I
He
don't
left
think
at
he
what
did.
time? Parent
12:15.
left at
Around
what time?
12:15.
After
When-
he
when
left,
he- when
did
he
you
left
try to
you,
use
did
the
you-
telephone at all?
Beg your pardon?
After he left, did you try to use the telephone at all?
Early in the morning.
What time was that, Bill?
I don't know. That's what I tried to do. Tried to see what time it was. It was just getting dawn.
And the phone was dead?
Yes, and I went to, and there's quite a few phones there in the guest house, and I went to plug in one, and it was dead too.
Well, they
When
bugged
was the
you.
first time that you knew that something was wrong at that house?
Well, after the phones were dead, I didn't know what to think. I was a little bit frightened.
Why were you a
But-
little bit
Well,
frightened?
when the police
Bill?
department
Because-
came in and into your room, is that the first time you knew that there
Yes.
had been murders on
Yes.
that
You
property?
didn't go out and walk around and look and see if there
No.
was any trouble. You just
No.
stayed in your room.
Yes.
Why were you frightened, Bill?
Yeah,
What do you mean? When the phones were dead?
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Had things occurred in that house before that?
No.
Well, no,
could you
No.
tell us if when Parent left, you saw him get as far as his car? Did you see him?
No.
Did you see his car
No.
from where you were?
No.
It
Couldn't
wasn't
possibly
in your
see-
line of vision. You
No.
came to the door with him?
No.
He just walked out of the door.
Yes, he just walked
Bill,
out.
did you
Were
hear
you
any gunshots?
sleeping with
Any
a-
gunshots at all that night?
No, I didn't hear any
Didn't hear any.
gunshots.
Were you
there
awake
anything
the
at all?
entire night? You
Is
never
there
went to bed?
outdoor lighting between the guest cottage and the main residence? Is there outdoor lighting?
There's a porch light and then by the guest house. I had that on there, but
You're familiar with the lawn area where they found 2 bodies, are you not? Would that area be lighted by that porch light?
I don't know.
well, he was actually shown the bodies by the police.
Were you accustomed to hearing a lot of noise in the big house from parties?
No comments as to what was going on.
Were you sleeping when the police came in?
Yes.
And then
yes.
what happened? Show you all of the bodies?
No, just 3 of them. The 2 in up.
Didn't they hold you in a police car before they took you away and talked to you outside the house?
Beg your pardon?
Didn't they hold you inside a police car, sitting there and talk to you before they drove you away?
I don't recall.
Can you estimate the amount of time from the time that you were put in handcuffs to the time that you were taken away?
Maybe about half an hour.
Bill,
I
Bill,
didn't
do you
jail.
have any idea of why anyone would want to kill?
No comment on that subject.
Bill, whose bodies did you see?
I'm not sure. At first I thought that one was the maid's body, the first body I saw.
You thought it was the maid?
Yes, I thought it was the maid.
Then who else? Just a moment. Who else? What are the other 2 bodies at the top?
They were not covered.
The bodies were not covered.
No.
Did they show you Steve Parent's body in the car?
I didn't see a real...
They were suspecting you of murder. Did they say? Or
No, I didn't know what was coming off. I was in jail. They threw me in, a jail, and I was in a cell. And then they came out. A detective came, and he says, "I'm sorry we delayed your rights." He started reading to my rights.
we get an attorney when it's that day?
I'm not even sure if I saw him that day or not. I don't know.
How long has she been back from Europe?
No comments about background with the people.
Bill, were there frequent parties at the house?
No comments about that
The
either.
day before, were there
Well, maybe the parties might have something to do with sex and narcotics.
Bill,
Maybe the parties do have something to do with that, and that's why there's
could
no
you tell us
comment.
what your duties were at the house? What you did?
I took care of the 3 dogs.
Is that all?
Yes,
Just
that's
of the
it.
dogs.
Just
Did
the
the
dogs
dogs bark earlier in the evening?
Christopher barked several times.
Before
But he
he
barked
actually woke
before.
up when the police came in?
Beg your pardon?
Before the time he woke you when the police were there?
Well, he barked before, yes. I mean, he barked when the police came, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, before that also?
Yes, he barked several times.
What about the other dogs? They didn't make
Does he
any noise?
normally
Yes,
bark?
well, when Christopher barks, the poodles bark too. Or else
Did you
the
go out and
poodles start-
investigate when a dog barks? Or
No, no.
Were you paid a salary to look after the dogs?
Yes,
Could you tell us how much it was?
$35 a week.
Plus your board and lodging, or did you pay your own groceries and everything out of that?
Well, my dry cleaning and my clothes and everything were taken care
Bill,
of.
was that your sole duty to care for the animals?
Beg your pardon?
Was that your only duty
Yes.
to care for the animals?
Yes.
Have you ever asked to go on errands for Mr. Petrowski?
No comment on that.
And where were the dogs? Where were they? Outside?
No.
Were you
Bill,
actually asleep when the police came and picked you up?
Yes.
Bill, you said you were shown 3 bodies. We've heard that a lot of bodies were mutilated, that they've been badly cut up. Did you notice anything along those lines?
I'm not sure. That it was just horrible.
Well, how horrible was it, Bill? Why was it horrible?
It's well, this is the first time I've ever seen a dead body like that.
Was the blood all over the faces, or what? I mean, why was it horrible?
It just was.
Who hired you, Bill?
Was blood
Were
readily
you hired
visible?
by the Polanskis?
No,
So who did hire you?
the owner of the house. I don't think he wants his name.
The day
Did you
before.
have any duties to perform as far as the Polanskis were concerned?
No.
You didn't
No.
consider yourself working for the
No,
Polanskis?
no,
Did you have much contact with them at any time?
no.
Did they ever talk to you?
Yes,
What would they say? What was your relationship with the Polanskis?
it was just actually a neighbor. More like
When was the last time you talked to Sharon T?
I actually never talked to her. I mean, in a
Talk to the microphone,
conversation.
Bill, please.
Like
Never.
hello or anything?
Yes, hello.
When would that last time have been?
In the pool, when I was swimming in the pool.
You could
How
go
long
back.
before the day? The day before or the...
Bring that action?
That will definitely be filed.
William, can you sum up your feelings about not only the murders and the scene at the house, but about your treatment by the police?
Taking advantage of him as they do of other suspects who find themselves in this kind of situation. Do you really think he can consciously decide at this time what's really best for him, whether he should talk to the police or not?
Now, William, can you finish your answer to my question? How did you feel about your treatment at the hands of the police?
Well, they didn't treat me very nice.
Why? I mean, what did they do? Was there any physical manhandling?
Well,
Did
for one
touch
thing,
you or hurt you?
I got a scrape on my knee where they threw me down.
On the porch?
Yes.
Immediately. Once you were in jail, there was never
Well,
any
they wouldn't let me take a shower, and they wouldn't let me brush my teeth or anything, and they almost wasn't even going to give me a meal at one time.
What kind of cell were you kept in? Were you alone or
That's
with
yeah.
somebody
Well,
else?
see, they put me in a cell by myself, and in the morning, Sunday morning, when I was going to take a polygraph test, they put me in a cell with 7 people before I took it.
What kind of
Incidentally,
people were
this is kind of a common police practice. If someone isn't making any statements when he's in a cell by himself, they put him in another cell with 6 other people, and they plant an informant of some kind in the cell, unbeknownst to the attorney, and so that if the boy happens to say something, this is as they did in the Lucille Miller case, which was before the Supreme Court, involving the dentist who was burnt in a car. They put an informant in the cell and try to surreptitiously obtain some kind of admissions from a suspect.
Was that the way in this case? Did they put an informant in the cell?
Well, we don't know, but I would say this, in the ordinary case, when you have a suspect in a major murder case, he's put in a cell by himself. He's not put in with 7 other people, unless they're trying to get some kind of information out of him.
Well, how long did your rights when the policeman finally right?
Yes.
You did waive it?
Yes.
Bill.
Did they question you
Yes, I talked to the
extensively?
detective. I don't know how long it went.
One or two or more at a time.
Bill, excuse me, Bill, I've never seen Steve Parent. Do you two look much alike?
No.
Haunted house feel to you at all before or during that time?
No.
Thing like a child out of place.
Similar to it. I don't know.
Bill, have you any
I
idea
can't
how
remember.
anybody could have cut the telephone lines? Was there anything that they could have cut them with or stood on to cut them there? They were very high. They were about 18 feet above the ground.
Beg your pardon?
They were about 18 feet above the ground, were
18
they not,
feet.
the telephone wires?
Yes, they're high.
You know where they ran? You know, they ran from where you were staying, didn't they? They ran from your section of the house.
No, I believe the telephone wires were cut outside the gate.
The same time as the guest, and whom did you see in the swimming pool?
No comments about who was in the swimming pool or what went on in the swimming pool.
It's not sex.
Wow. That's a conclusion, isn't it?
Bill, is this correct? You did not go...
And I think it's a gross abuse of discretion to possibly think that this boy that you've been talking to was the murderer in that case.
Well, what are you going to do about
A
it?
false arrest suit, false imprisonment suit, invasion of privacy, violation of federal constitutional rights, a suit attacking all of these problems will definitely be filed.
Have the police made any comment about your announcement of this? Made any comment to you about your announcement about this?
Well, they're upset at me, of course, but that's the way this game works. You make your mistake, and then you pay for it, and they're going to pay for this.
How much damages are you asking?
It will be in the millions.
Bill, do you think that after all this that happened to you, which is very unfortunate, of course, do you think that you can go back?
Guarded was that it was some.
Is the FBI and it's just federal narcotics agents?
He'll probably be leaving tonight.
Were you able to establish when the telephone lines were cut, before or after by blood on the pole?
Probably about. I'm sorry. Before or after what?
The murder?
I am convinced they were cut before.